In the wild world of crypto, it can be extremely tempting to go all in on your favorite crypto token, coin, project. It can be so tempting. But there's a question. That question is it sane? Is it sane? Is putting all of your eggs in one basket a crapshoot? Or is it sometimes the smart thing to do? We're going to cover that today on Grow Rich, Grow Happy. And guys, something spurred this it just churned in me to make this video. Something I saw on Twitter, and I'm going to show you guys that. And then we're gonna just really unpack this. Like, what is the best portfolio diversification? With the altcoin season approaching faster than ever now, I feel like this video is extremely important for all of you beginners out there, or all of you who got wrecked in the last bull cycle. We're going to talk about all of this today. This is your first time here. Consider giving me a sub. Make sure you smash that like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. And hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a video. Okay. So, guys saw from the thumbnail, you showed Casper. You showed Bitcoin. You saw Casper weighing everything down. Well, that thumbnail is basically my portfolio to a sense. Not that extreme. My portfolio, and I looked at it and checked it out based on a mainly because I saw a post on Twitter, and I said, let's see how much Casper do I hold. And currently, right now, Casper is 51% of my portfolio. Now, some might be saying, dude, you crazy. Casper is not going to go anywhere. Well, this is what this video is about. Not only Casper, but any token you may hold. How much of your portfolio is weighed down by that one token? And we're going to get into all of that right now, but I'm going to put some things on your head. I'm going to jump over here right quick to the World Wide Web. And of course, I'm on Casper right now. As you see, they're still trading pretty good. They're holding their ground right at that 17, 18 cent mark. Next place to go is up. As you can see, they're consolidating. That means something is coming. That means a breakout is coming. So I want to jump over and show you guys what I was looking at. Say, I'm over here on Twitter right now. Anybody want to follow me on Twitter? It was on the banner that was down below. You can see my Twitter handle. And I actually reposted this by apt. What is this? App Toi Liddy. Don't know who that is, but I was checking out some of their posts on Twitter, and I said, "Oh, this is pretty good question." So I went on and I gave them a follow. You guys can do so as well. If you know this person, I'm actually sharing their content. All right. So they asked a very, very cool question yesterday. It was so simple. What percentage of your portfolio is Casper? I said, "Oh, this should be interesting." And then I started looking at some of these right here. Over 50%, 90%, about 60%. Look at that, 90%. Then you got 5%, and you got 69%, 48%, 101. They're probably being funny. 50%, 95%. And then you come on down, and this is what I was looking at. It says this guy right here. He says, and I guess this is Lewis Ramsgate. He says 50% and seriously considering rotating from all of my other tokens in the next leg up. Still debating, crazy bullish. If I'd have done so in March, I would have nearly 300,000 Casper tokens. Lots of noise coming around Casper. And Saylor mentioned it could be a moonbag potential. We'll see how things go. And for those of you that don't know, Saylor He's the guy that pretty much called Bitcoin many moons ago. He bought into Bitcoin when it was $1. And so since then, he's been viewed as almost like a crypto god. And he's mentioned Casper and talked about Casper pretty much could be a moon bag. So a lot of that's making people change the way they look at their portfolio. That ain't the reason that I changed mine by any means. Uh, but the answer to this question, how much is too much of any token? I'll say it's like this. First, you never put more into any token than you're willing to lose. First off. Also, this is not financial advice, but I feel like this is something that needs to be said. When it comes to weighing down your portfolio, I say that you should always diversify. But if you're gonna believe in any token that you have, you need to look at that token and say, okay, if my if my portfolio is weighed down by that particular token, if my portfolio is weighed down by, say, a Casper, I better damn sure be following every little nook and cranny, every little breadcrumb that they drop. I better be behind it. And that's not just for Casper, that's for any token, because if you're going to go into any investment that heavy, you need to also be very vigilant and be ready to move in case something changed. I always told you guys, I'm viewed as a Casper Maxi, I guess, but don't make no mistake, I would trade out of it if something came about where I didn't feel as bullish as I am now about the project, because my goals in crypto outweigh any token. Any token. My goals and what I'm trying to achieve, or what I am going to achieve this this bull cycle, outweighs it all. So I don't care if you guys hold an aerodrome or whatever you hold. I really hope that it's something that you truly believe in. You've done your research, your due diligence. I mean, you know everything about the development team, about what's coming, about uh, their the people that are their biggest people that are challenging them, who is in their realm that is the competition. You need to know all of this if you're going to have a token and it's going to weigh out. I'm never going to say that one portfolio should be all of one token unless it's going to be a Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is proven, but again, if you're holding and you're saying all I'm going to hold is Bitcoin, I think that's for something like the millionaires or the people that's way up there that say, you know what, I'm set for life. This is just my store of value, and I'm going to ride this thing out. For those of us that is trying to really make some serious money, if you're gonna put your money into something and you're gonna pile in like that, you just have to do your research. So how much is too much? It's it all depends on how much research are you willing to do, how bullish you are about the token that you hold, and and are you willing to get out at a moment's notice if you have to? If you're such a maxi to the point you hold a Casper or Aerodrome or a Velodrome or a Spectrum, Gala Games, H Bar, and you holding just a crazy amount of these to where there's 60-70% of your portfolio, you really need to think to yourself, why do I hold so many? Am I this bullish, or am I holding this many because a crypto YouTuber such as myself or anyone else have told me this is the token I should be holding? This is the token. If that's all you have to go off of is something that a YouTuber or a friend or a family member has told you, this is why you need to load up on that. If you're going off of their research and just them alone, then you might have to go back to the drawing board and at least go back and get your own conviction. Get your own conviction. And if it means unloading some of that risk into some more solid plays, then you do that. But in the end, it's gonna come down to, are you willing to ride this thing out? The reason I have so much Casper is because I believe in the project, first off. I believe in the space and what they're doing. I believe they're second to no one except Bitcoin. I truly believe that. And if it's not shown in this bull cycle, it's going to show up down the line. And I know that. So that's why I've loaded so much into it. 51% literally of my uh, crypto portfolio. And that's not something I would advocate for anyone unless you're doing your due diligence and you're doing your research. So you look at your portfolios, and that's what I want all of you guys to do, because this is how you're going to make the money. This is how you're going to make the money. Whatever play that you've loaded in and you've done some price projections out there, and you've predicted that you are probably going to get a 7 to 10x off this particular play, or you can stretch it out again, as long as you get 7 to 10x if you can off of your, each token you have. You need to be able to look at it and say, okay, which one of these am I going to elevate and just keep piling into, so that when I get my 7 to 10x, I'm sitting pretty. Am I sitting really, really pretty? Because anything can happen. That 7 to 10x that I always talk about could turn into a 30x. Now you're really sitting pretty because you have such a large amount of this token. But if you want to play it safe, and for a lot of my beginners, I'm sure you're probably going to play it safe, because you got to have some serious cojones to really load into something that ain't a Bitcoin or ain't probably a Ethereum. Some of those top 5, 6 plays, maybe top 10. Now, for those of you out there that you look at your portfolio and you see that over 50% of your portfolio is in meme tokens, God bless you. I really hope you're right. Because regardless what they say about meme tokens, and yes, some might have utility or they're going to be adding utility, you got to take that with a grain of salt. You got to take that with a grain of salt. Most meme tokens that start off as meme tokens don't ever get utility, which means it's really just a cool picture that you're loading money off into. And that's just the hard facts. That's just the hard facts. Unless you get down, you got Dogecoin, you got Shiba, of course, and they're battle tested. They're battle tested. And they're in their spots for a reason. But again, they're still meme tokens. They're still meme tokens at the end of the day. So I just don't believe in having a portfolio that's so big and it's all invested in meme tokens. But again, like I said, if your guys are going to do it, just make sure your heart is in it. You've done the research and you're not relying on no one else except the research that you've done. Because things can change like that in crypto. So I really hope you guys take a look at your portfolio. And here's what I want for this video, because I'm really curious. I'm curious. Again, I've told you guys, my portfolio, 51% is Casper. So I'm curious with you guys, what token weighs down your portfolio? Which token? Take a look at your portfolio, and if you want to share, let me know how much of your portfolio is more heavy toward either meme or utility play or what. Just let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious on where you guys stand with that. And let me know below. We can get some real good conversation going. And I wanted to bring you guys that one because as we approach things, this is something you really need to be paying attention to. You have to be looking at your portfolio. And here's the other thing before I let you go. Regardless what you hold, but mainly if you're going to hold something that's outweighing everything, You guys, you can't adopt the actions of someone that's, yeah, I'm just gonna dump my money in it and I'll come back whenever, maybe once a week, maybe once a month. You're not gonna make anything. If you're really holding bags like that and you're really trying to get something out of this bull run, you need to be checking daily. I'm taking it up. You need to be checking your portfolio daily, seeing what's going on, checking the news. It really doesn't take a lot of time, 15, 20 minutes a day. But you need to be doing that because you might have to make a move out of a project into something else that can bring you better gains. And if you have these tokens, a lot of certain tokens, say a Casper or Aerodrome, you really just need to be checking on them, at least them, every day. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to bring you. You let me know down below. To the next one, guys. Keep grinding. I'm out.